Bonjour, hello, what's happening, my Quasites? It's Big Kwasimodo. We back in the building. Well, we back in the room, you heard me. The dysfunctional and bug infested room. But anyways, we here to talk about this shit. Now, apparently this woman, let me get her name. Let me be right. Let me get her name. What's her name? Nelly? Nella? Nella Daila has lost her job because she tried to twerk on a plane in November of 2024. She lost her job. Now we here to talk about this because I'm just like, yo, some of this TikTok social media shit just gotta go. Like me personally, listen, I'm at work sometimes. I be on my phone. I be chilling. I be replying to text messages and such. I understand the plane ain't flying. Nobody in the plane. You trying to get your shit off, do a little TikTok dance, whatever. Cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool or whatever. But y'all gotta know certain professions. You can't get that shit off. Y'all gotta know what it is. Y'all can get that off at certain professions. And you being a flight attendant, you can't get it off. Now, me personally, it's fine. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. If I go on the plane, I got my luggage, I go on the plane sipping my cappuccino or whatever I'm sipping, and I see a shorty throwing it back and well, oh, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I might order me some fries and a 2-piece of chicken and enjoy myself. You know what I'm saying? I know what motherfuckers is already saying in the comments, coon activity, black people behavior. But let's stop with all the buffoonery and the jokes. As much as certain jobs you could do that or whatever have you, you shouldn't do that. And also, listen, if we were really gonna keep it a buck and have a conversation, the twerk wasn't all that. She wasn't throwing it back. She wasn't making it go in a circle. She wasn't doing it on a handstand. She didn't really do shit, bro. Like, you know, she wasn't making the plane shake like we was taking up for liftoff. She wasn't doing nothing. Nigga, that wasn't no saw. That was some Reggae. That wasn't even passable at best. I was saddened and perplexed. Now, I am not a twerking, I guess a judge. or a virtuoso, you know what I'm saying? I don't indulge in twerk videos like that, like some other gooners on this fucking internet. But I will say, like, that shit wasn't really what happened. Now, for her getting fired, again, maybe it was a little bit too harsh. Maybe they should have gave her a warning, especially if she was doing stellar work or whatever have you. But even still, there are certain professions I don't think you should play with in a fucking, even being a flight attendant, which, you know what I'm saying, you just there or whatever happened, you trying to make sure people are having a good time and you doing your little stuff or whatever. I still think that is a profession where, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't be doing shit like that. You are on the job, you are on the clock, no matter if people are on the plane or off the plane or the plane. Like, bro, you shouldn't be doing that shit and twerking and all that shit. And let's keep it above, bro. You wearing the outfit, you look nice in the outfit, you twerking, you know what I'm saying? It ain't the best twerk, but it's moving at least, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want the little attention. You want motherfuckers to be in the comments like you bad as hell and you doing all this other shit. Like, come on, baby girl. Like, you chatting. There was a story beforehand. There was this one girl, which she was something else. Because apparently we found out that girl was on a swinger show. But that's another story for another day. But there was this one girl. It went viral like at the end of 2024, I believe. I forgot her fucking name. But basically, she was like a security guard at a jail. And literally, she's in there with the inmates, and she, like, instead of, Shorty was here trying to make her, what's it called? Trying to make it clap. Well, the other girl that was the security guard in jail was getting her ass clapped, if you catch my drift. You heard me. YouTube, leave me alone. It actually happened. With that being said, right? Like, Shorty was in there smashing inmates. We find out Shorty is a swinger. Her and her husband do that shit. I don't know if she got permission to smash inmates, but that's insane. And yeah, so apparently, yeah, the jail fired her and she was like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, well, why was you having intercourse with people in jail? This is not a shocking realization. And if I was the motherfucker in charge of the jail, listen, I ain't happy. I ain't mad at motherfuckers getting no play. If you gonna get some play, get some play. But be discreet. Like, motherfuckers was recording this. I was like, big dog, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. The fuck is you doing? I put on a fucking accent to say that. Now, what the fuck is you doing? Honestly. And I do gotta look at this girl now. Again, the other girl, she was meant to get fired. I don't know what the fuck she was on. But I gotta look at Nella or Nelly, whatever your name is, no disrespect. Yeah, you was doing too much. She over there crying and all that shit, and maybe you meant no harm. Like I said, you didn't think it was that big of a deal. And of course, I do feel like maybe if you were doing stellar work and all this other shit, maybe they should have gave you a warning, maybe a suspension or such. But I can understand being part of this company. They're like, we're not having this. Oh hell no, we're not doing this shit. You're making this shit something it's not supposed to be. And again, y'all might not look at a flight attendant as a serious job, but it is to some. So you can't be doing some of this shit. Honestly. I'm not saying I don't feel bad. I don't want nobody to lose their job or their source of income and shit like that. And because this shit went viral, I'm pretty sure now, depending on the airline, I ain't gonna lie. If it was like Kevin Hart and Soul Plane, y'all niggas probably don't know that movie. But yeah, if it was like a ratchet airline, hey listen, you could come twerk over there, you can throw it in a circle, get better. Hey listen, get on your knees, do what you gotta do, you heard me? Do that shit like you Lotto and make the stallion, I ain't mad. But like, if I was in charge, oh Lord, if I was in charge of an airline, bro, motherfuckers would, yeah, hey, we get in trouble. But with that being said, but yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of airline companies is a very serious thing. You're in the fucking air. You don't want somebody doing that, regardless if the plane's on land or not. So I do understand. Like again, Alaska Airlines, which okay, whatever. She said this was her dream job, and she explained, but also her explanation was stupid. Like it was an innocent way to start her day. Quote, I decided to just take advantage of the moment to wake myself up and kind of get myself hyped for the day. Basically, shit. Listen, I have never heard nobody say, hey, listen, for me to wake up, I know niggas like to meditate in the morning. Most niggas get up, brush their teeth, do their stuff. Get their self right to enjoy the day. Get their chakras aligned and all of that. I've never heard for somebody to get themselves aligned and raring to go for the day, they gotta throw their ass back in the circle. I've never heard that a day in my life. Unless you a stripper, maybe. An OF model, an adult actress, maybe them. Maybe. But you? A flight attendant? I've never heard that. What flight attendants do that? Get in the comments and let me know if that's your ritual to do your career. Because if that's the case, listen, we fucked. If I seen a flight attendant on my flight and for her to service people and, do her best job, she had to twerk. Lord, I'm getting off the plane. I'm like, change my ticket. I will pay extra to get on a different airline. There is no way in hell I am flying with this woman over here. I don't give a fuck. If she not the pilot, I'm scared. She might go over to go twerk on the pilot. Now he over there, he fucking us up. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, with that being said and all my buffoonery, what y'all think about this situation? Do you think she should have been harshly fired? She should have got a warning? Or you think, yeah, you was doing too much and you should have been fired? What do y'all think? Besides that, you already know what it is. Toodaloo, adieu, Kwasimodo. I'm out of the room, you heard me? Slam zoom, peace, y'all, gang. Aye.